We use the term guest, right? And it's this like beautiful term. Um, my old college professor used to say that in computer science you call them users, right? And there's really only two fields that call their customers users, and that is in computer science and drug dealing, right? And there's something very much of it's like, oh, there is a user error, right? There is such a thing as user error, but if you call them a guest, there's no such thing as a guest error. You don't invite somebody to your house and said, "Oh man, you don't know where the bathroom is?" Like that must be guest error. No, there's no such thing. It's your fault that you didn't tell them where the bathroom is, and that's precisely what how we think of our guests when they're in the park. They're our guests, right? We want to try and make them feel as comfortable and as welcome as possible. So in terms of thinking about them, it goes on many different levels, right? We are always gearing towards the family. We're always gearing towards the individual guests as a whole. But there are certain considerations that we think of our collective guests as a whole and how they move through the park. And that's also very important for us because turns out if you make a narrow walkway where a lot of people want to go, especially, for example, after a parade, that has a dramatic impact on how guests feel when they're in your park.